So what's going on, y'all? It's the boy Vincent, rapping the boy Vincent Fitness, and I'm back again today with another YouTube video. The topic of today is going to be, as a man, you need to be alone in order to improve. Now, guys, this is something that in the past, I want to say 3 or 2 years, I've been alone, so to say. Besides, obviously, I got my homeboys, you got girls that you might date here and there, but for the most part, I do live alone. And what I've noticed is during this time, I've been able to improve, not in just with the gym, but with my career and with the online coaching that I do. And this is something that, it's very difficult to kind of grasp, because when I was younger, especially, I was always around people. I always had to go to this party. I always had to hang out with people. I was never, ever really alone, ever. Like, I can't remember a time until maybe the last 3 years where I was never not hanging out with somebody, or is gonna go hang out with somebody or do something in that sense. But guys, this is something that as a man you need to do. You need to learn how to be alone. Like, I see this in my life, I see this all the time, man. You'll see these guys, bro, they married to these like women, and you can just tell, man, like he don't really love her. He has that mentality where he's in scarcity. He only stays with her because he's like, it's cheaper to keep her, or if I do leave her, it's gonna be difficult for me to find a new woman. And yeah, that's not always the case. There's people out there that's genuinely happy in love. I've seen this all the time. On the other side of the coin, there are people out there that just are hanging out with people because they fear to be alone. The problem is, you got to embrace being alone. You have to embrace understanding the fact that in order for me to level up, whether it be your job, whether it be your business, whether it be your fitness goals, sometimes you're going to have to cut people off, not entirely. Obviously, I'm not saying be some damn hermit where you never leave the crib. But what I'm saying is, sometimes your homeboys, your Ace Moons and all that, you're going to have to say, you know what, this weekend I can't go out, guys. I want to go to the bar, I want to go to the club, but I just can't this weekend. I got too much to do, or I'm focusing on building something right now. Let me just sit in the house for a few weeks. And I look at it even with myself personally. When I built my online training business, this was 2021. And at that time, I was going through stuff in my personal life. Basically, what I did was I focused my energy on production. So that was basically, I always wanted to be an online trainer. I did work as a personal trainer, but I never had the time. But now that I was single, I had way more times. I'm like, all right, let me focus. Let me put the females to the side. Let me put the friends to the side. And let me focus on building this online training business. And now it's actually doing very well. For example, today I got to write 3 training programs. And yeah, it does take up a lot of time, but what's most important is I'm able to build something and grow something that a few years ago was just an idea that I had. And I was only able to achieve that because I was able to be alone. And that's the thing. Like, obviously, some of your friends, man, some of your homeboys, some of them they're on some BS. And let's keep it real. Really look at yourself and really look at your friends around you. Some of them are really on some goofy time. And what I noticed, especially when I was younger, when I was in college especially, I was hanging out with people just out of familiarity. This is like, yeah, this is my friend, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, he might be doing some drugs, or he might be doing some dumb stuff, but he's still my friend. But at the end of the day, God forbid, if I would have been around him when some stuff was really going down, I could have ended up getting in trouble. Like, I've been in situations before. I'll never forget this one time when I was in college. We was in the dorms, I'm hanging out with one of my friends he was trapping basically, but he was trapping out the dorms. So we're in there, we're playing FIFA or whatever, and we get out here, knock on the door, just boom, 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 boom. And it was the room check. And I'm sitting in the room like, oh crap, like if they catch me in here, I could get expelled from college. And I'm sitting here, I'm not doing nothing, but hey, I'm here, I'm basically guilty. So then when they opened the door and came in, it was actually some people who were RAs, meaning that they lived on the campus, but they was actually picking up some dope, picking up some ganja from them. But in this moment, I'm thinking to myself, damn, I could have really got caught up because I was just hanging out with the wrong people. And yeah, they're not bad people. They're not, I think the dude now is married with kids and all that other stuff. It wasn't like he was a bad person. It's just they was engaging in some low vibrational stuff, and I happened to be there because they was my friends. And sometimes you gotta compartmentalize. Like, I got some friends that is gym friends. I got some friends that I like to go out with restaurants with. I got some friends that I like to go travel with. But at the end of the day, I made sure to maintain people around me that's more structured to my goals and what I want to do with my life. And that's something the younger me didn't really understand. I always looked at it like, oh, that's my homeboy. We went through X, Y, Z, and ABC. We got to be cool. But at the end of the day, sometimes you got to kind of move away from certain people. And like I've said before, it's because some of y'all, you bastards, y'all be hearing me saying something and y'all go way out of left field. I'm not saying be no damn hermit where you never leave the house or you don't trust nobody or you don't even date with nobody. What I'm saying is sometimes you got to be able to recognize that some people, they just don't fit into the life that you want to live. And that's cool. They might be a good person in certain aspects, but in certain other aspects, they're not going to help you get closer to your goals. And it's the same thing with women, man. Like, sometimes I'll be training dudes and I can already tell they're going through some female problem because all of a sudden they're not hitting the gym as hard no more. They're not checking in as often. And then as soon as you talk to them, I can already tell. I ask them a few questions. I always ask them, okay, you got some problem with some girl? Boom, they got a problem with some girl. Now, if they would have been able to compartmentalize and be able to say, you know what, yeah, I got issues, but I still got goals I got to focus on, they wouldn't be having these damn problems. But that's the issue. A lot of people, they fear being alone. They can't be alone, so then they're going to be in these relationships or these situationships where they're dealing with some drama, and now she's bringing drama in your life. You're not focused on your goals, you're not on your purpose, and now you're missing my damn check-ins, and you're not you're not losing the weight that I wanted to, in the pace that I wanted you to lose that weight. So yeah, that's all I really got to say today. We're going to keep it short and sweet. Hope y'all have a good day. Y'all going ahead, stay safe out there. I'm out.